In the ASEAN region, the fisheries sector has been widely recognized as an important sector, providing multifunctional roles important for food security in the region. The most significant functions of the sector include improving livelihoods, promoting economic development, enhancing trade, and providing substantial contribution to food security, as well as further strengthening of the regional cooperation. The Association of the Southeast Asian Nations, or ASEAN, and the Southeast Asian Fisheries Development Center, or SEAFDEC, has always recognized the need to address the important issues pertaining to the sustainable development of fisheries. It was for this reason that the ASEAN-SEAFDEC Conference on Sustainable Fisheries for Food Security in the New Millennium, Fish for the People, was co-organized in November 2001. During that time, the resolution and plan of action on sustainable fisheries for food security for the ASEAN region were adopted by the ministers responsible for fisheries of the ASEAN-SEAFDEC member states. Since then, such instruments have been used as policy framework and guiding principles in the sustainable development of fisheries of the region.
The ASEAN and SEAFDEC in the ASEAN-SEAFDEC member states have been working together in promoting sustainable fishery in the region. We can already see that the region start become very prominent, which have been achieved through enhanced collaboration and cooperation among the ASEAN and SEAFDEC member states. We recognize the effort of SEAFDEC in conducting programs and activities in the ASEAN member states based on the 2001 resolution and the plan of action.
Yes, it is the deteriorating state of the fishery resources and the emerging fisheries-related issues and initiatives during the past decade which need to be addressed. Thus, the ASEAN-SEAFDEC and the Department of Fisheries of Thailand are organizing the ASEAN-SEAFDEC Conference on Sustainable Fisheries for Food Security towards 2020. The conference is scheduled from 13 to 17 June 2011 in Bangkok, Thailand. The ASEAN member states and ASEAN senior officials responsible for fisheries have recognized the conference as an important fisheries milestone of the ASEAN and indicated their full support to the preparation and conduct of the conference.
Well, we know that throughout the past decade, all ASEAN member countries have collaboratively undertaken initiatives and activities in ensuring sustainable fisheries in line with the resolution and plan of action adopted during the ASEAN-SEAFDEC Conference in 2001. And with this resolution as a policy guidance, all ASEAN member countries have shared the resources and expertise in order to move towards the direction and goal in achieving the sustainable fisheries development. So I believe that with the organization of this conference in June 2011 and the development of the next decade regional fisheries policy, all member countries, including Thailand, would gain a lot of benefits, considering the challenging global situation and the various emerging issues, including the requirements of the major markets on fish and fisheries products.
Although most of the issues referred to in the 2001 resolution are still valid, there are several new issues that emerged during the past decade. These include, among others, the emerging socio-economic issues, impact of climate change, emerging global requirements for responsible fisheries, and combating IUU fishing, safety at sea, and quality and safety of fish products. Together with the increasing population and demand for food fish, the situation has become very challenging for SEAFDEC and the member states to ensure the sustainable development of fisheries and enhance the contribution of fisheries to food security. Thus, SEAFDEC and ASEAN have planned to organize this sequel conference in 2011. SEAFDEC and the ASEAN have been organizing a series of regional technical consultations to discuss the issues that could impede the sustainable development and the contribution of fisheries to food security in the region. As envisaged, the outputs from the regional technical consultations would serve as basis for the technical panel discussions during the conference, as well as for reference during the drafting of the next decade resolution and plan of action by the ASEAN member states, which as expected would be adopted by the ministers responsible for fisheries during the June 2011 conference. Upon the ASEAN ministers' endorsement, the resolution and plan of action are also envisaged to serve as the ASEAN strategic plan of action for the fishery sector towards strengthening food security arrangements in the ASEAN member states. This would also provide the ways and means of clarifying how the fishery sector would map out the detailed plan or the sector's roadmap, which could contribute the leaders' vision of realizing one community in 2015.
The Fish for the People 2020 conference is indeed timely and crucial to enable the countries to translate key ASEAN policies and instruments into comprehensive sectoral plans for their respective fishery sectors. This is an important basis for ensuring sustainable development of the sector and for better livelihoods of those depending on it in the longer term. This is considering that the fishery sector has the potentials and promise to contribute to the ASEAN community building and beyond.